The goodbye letters to White House staff were allegedly written by an aide. Around 80 White House staffers received a typed note from the outgoing First Lady, and were under the impression she wrote them herself. But two sources familiar with the letters claimed Mrs. Trump outsourced the work to a lower-level East Wing staffer. Mrs. Trump is said to have asked the staffer to write the notes in her voice, and then signed her name on the letters. According to one of the sources, it is customary for First Ladies to write cards or short letters to White House staff as they leave office. The correspondence has become cherished keepsakes for the White House staff at times. Express.co.uk has approached the White House for comment. CNN reported sources close to the First Lady believe she is checked out and just wants to go home. They added Mrs. Trump is not sad to be leaving Washington and the White House. We will use your email address only for sending you newsletters. Please see our privacy notice for details of your data protection rights. Twitter users lashed out at the outgoing First Lady for allegedly not writing her own thank you letters. Users sarcastically commented the move was classy, others said it was not surprising. One said, "Of course she did. She's a Trump, after all. Because she doesn't really appreciate the little people." Other users said the Trump family were disingenuous and called them a fraud of a family. They referenced how Mrs. Trump refused to attend President Joe Biden's inauguration, where she would have met her successor Dr. Jill Biden. Mrs. Trump also refused to give the next First Lady a tour of the White House, as is tradition. One said, "Melania showed herself the tacky lazy empty mannequin she always was by having someone else write the thank you notes to staff ungraciously not receiving Dr. Jill Biden." The Bidens were inaugurated as President and First Lady at the U.S. Capitol, while the Trumps had arrived in Mar-a-Lago, Florida. Mrs. Trump also caused controversy when it was claimed she was carrying out a photo shoot of rugs and other items in the White House during the January 6th riots. A source told CNN Mrs. Trump was asked if she wanted to issue a statement against the pro-Trump mob, which she did not do at the time. A White House source also said to the outlet, "She just isn't in a place mentally or emotionally anymore where she wants to get involved." Judy James said Mrs. Trump's clenched teeth demeanor showed she was hiding her feelings over her and her husband's exit from the White House. She said, "Nobody should have been fooled by their rigid, performed smiles that appeared to need to be dragged from their boots today." Donald Trump looked and sounded like a broken man while his wife Melania wore the black suit and the demeanor of a principal mourner at a funeral. Melania in particular was performing her signature lightning smile that appears and disappears quickly, suggesting no genuine sense of positive emotions. As Trump seemed to battle to hold his head up at times, her smiles were sandwiched between an looking mouth clamp and some clenched teeth expressions.